What's good? What's good, everybody? My name is Raheem Cannon.
Yeah. And it's your boy William Boston. We back at it with another rundown.
Rundown. It's episode 2. So the first topic we're going to bring to you guys is a Florida mom was barred from dropping her kids off at a private Christian school over a decal promoting her OnlyFans page.
Hmm.
What do you think about that?
You said the parents were upset about it, right?
Yeah, the parents was upset about it. It says in the article. So it says the parents were saying that no matter how good they parent their children, they're still being exposed to porn because she's coming and promoting. And her stance is, I'm not going to back down just because somebody complained and just because somebody's offended. OnlyFans gig is her business.
Them kids watch porn with or without her pulling up to that school with that decal on there. They ain't got nothing to do with that. Leave that lady alone. She ain't messing with nobody. And them kids are watching porn already prior to her pulling up with that thing on the back of her decal. Now I will say this, that's a hell of a way to promote.
that's that's wild right there, bro. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's one hell of a way to promote, but that's just some people they just uh and they probably a bunch of Karens, you know. They go to the extreme about anything and everything. They just got to find something to complain about. And did she have like herself on the window naked or something?
nah, it was just a decal and basically a link and a QR code to get to her OnlyFans.
Yeah. Ain't no kid walking past that to say, let me pull out my phone and scan the QR code anyway. You know what I mean? It's probably some wives that they husbands got her OnlyFans and they try to send her advertising. So people they're gonna complain and make some type of uproar about any and everything, you know what I mean, that they don't agree with. So everybody got an opinion. Everybody got assholes, so that's how they gonna move. That I don't see nothing. Hey, if she want to promote her OnlyFans, let her promote her OnlyFans. She gonna make some money. She gotta pull up to that school. She gotta pay that gas money to get to that child to school every day.
You know what's crazy is for me, I'm like, the school didn't comment though. So basically it's just the news people talking to obviously the other parents that are complaining or having issues. And I'm like, I would think that the news itself, I mean not the news, but I would think the school itself would actually say, hey, you know what, this isn't, permitted here. I mean, it's a private Christian school, so I'm sure they have certain rules and
Oh, it's a
regulations, but
Christian school.
yeah, it's a Christian school.
Oh, you didn't
Yeah.
tell me that. Nah, she
Yeah.
she wrong
Yeah.
for that. Nah, you can't pull up
Yeah.
to the can't pull it to the school of God and come out here and promote your little pornography. And now she wrong now. Like
See, that changed the whole conversation. There, it's a Florida mom too, so in Florida, people just they be wild, man.
they just like to put that label on Florida and just say we buck wild and all this other stuff. Go to New York. Go to
New
New York.
York
New
is
York.
crazy too.
New York itself is just wild. It
Yeah,
just New York itself. No matter what borough you in, just New York itself. But they always like to put this stamp on Florida. Florida man this. Florida man that. Florida woman did this. Florida woman did that. Now she is a little, you know, she could have saved that. Don't go to the school of Christ. And you
she says she's had the permanent decals on her vehicles for about 2 years. So
damn.
I guess they just now seeing it or whatever. But she said that it's only been within the past 3 weeks that concerned parents at Liberty Christian Preparatory School has voiced that they didn't want their children to see the imagery.
The children ain't really worried about that. That's just the parents. They
Yeah.
just upset. They probably want to do OnlyFans. They probably ain't got the body to do OnlyFans, so they probably mad at this lady. What she look like?
A white
White
lady,
lady.
blonde hair. Yeah,
Yeah.
white lady,
Becky
blonde hair.
Becky out there getting that money. They just mad. That's all. That's all that is.
Which is crazy because I'm like, because it became a story. I'm sure this is promoting and advertising even more.
Oh yeah, for sure. So now they finna go. All they did was give more revenue to the young lady. So now them folks finna go see what's on this OnlyFans, and they finna pay whatever her subscription fee is to see what's on OnlyFans.
which is wild, bro. I mean, how do you feel about the whole industry as a whole? You know what I'm saying?
What,
Like different people.
OnlyFans?
Yeah.
I give a damn as long as it ain't my girl on there. As long as it ain't my girl, my sisters, my mom, anybody in my family, I don't give a damn. That's yo, and I would never go pay no subscription to see somebody on some OnlyFans, anything like that. Like, nah, I'm not paying. Before I do that, I would just go ahead and book me a ticket, cross the water,
Hmm.
going over there across seas, and I can see all I want for less, and have and touch them too. So that's another thing. You watching this person through a screen, touching yourself and all this other stuff. Yeah, nah, I'm straight. But to the people who doing it, hey, do your thing, man. That's it. All come with consequences. Now that one thing about it, it's the internet. So what you
Hmm.
put on there, as much as you want to delete, it don't really go nowhere. And the people get to taking those photos, or those videos and photos, and they create their own other pages. They create own other page. I thought about doing that one time, not OnlyFans though.
I'm about to
check
say
check
what?
check this out. Check this out. Because I'm always thinking money wise. I thought about doing this because I done seen it happen to some girls. They images get stolen and they videos get stolen off their page. They screen record them and they
Mhm,
put them on Reddit. They put them on all these different sites and
mhm.
stuff like that. And I thought about making a page, taking somebody else content, making a page, making a fake page on that, and selling the content on OnlyFans. It ain't my content; it's somebody else's content.
Bro, that's the wildest thing. I am not with you on that one. That's crazy.
Hey man, I say, hey, I looked at it like the pimp. Like I'm a pimp at this point. I'm just pimping. Y'all go out here and make this money. I'm gonna take your content and repost it.
I ain't mess with you, bro. That's
But that
crazy.
got that's too much work. It was a thought though.
That's that hustle's mindset for sure. I mean, I think you're like a live and let live type person. You know what I'm saying? Like you just, hey, I'm gonna do
A
my
what?
thing, y'all do y'all a live and let live type person. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like you do
yeah.
your thing, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Let everybody else do their
I
thing.
really don't care about a lot of stuff, bro.
Yeah.
But whatever. People, I give my opinion on certain things and people want to listen, but I really don't. It don't, but as long as it don't affect my health or my wealth,
Mm.
I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
I
No,
really,
I feel you.
yeah, I really don't give a damn. I just say whenever, what I mean, whenever they hit me, somebody want to ask a question about something, I get my little piece on it, but that's about it.
Yeah, it ain't like one of those things that's gonna be groundbreaking, like you said. When people talk about like the presidential election and different things like that, and they're like, I'm going to this side because it is, so this person made me feel this way. You're more of a person that's looking at it like, yo, how does it affect my dollars? How does it affect my family? And that's it.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
how I feel with when they talking about Trump and all this other stuff. Shoot, shoot, Trump was in there, boy. That bankroll was coming in.
Yeah, I saw somebody else talking about that too. There was they said it like in an angry way. It was like, man, people talk about that, but when Biden is in office or whatever, I'm doing well in the stock market too. So it's like everybody kind of argues their own sides. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, they got their own stuff. So hey, it all depends on how it affects you, but for the
Hmm.
most part, something like that with the lady coming up there with her OnlyFans stuff, that don't really affect them folks. It ain't it when they go home, the light's still on at the house, they still got food in the refrigerator and all this other stuff. How did that affect you? This lady riding around promoting her business. Granted,
You know
it
what?
was at a Christian school, but still, it didn't
Yeah,
affect you.
yeah, it was at a Christian school. I think a lot of times, the conversation, people don't people feel like they need like a purpose, like something to protest. Like they have to have something to protest to feel like they have purpose in life a lot of times. That's what I've seen. Like if they don't have a topic or some type of cause to protest, then they just don't feel like they're doing enough in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just feel like that's people who I'm not saying like some things shouldn't be protested, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like some trivial topics that people just find a reason to do it is just kind of excessive, and it just shows that you got too much time in your hands. Like You need to fill that time up with something else productive outside of protesting.
They ain't got nothing to produce. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They got nothing to be productive with. So they don't find anything, you know what I'm saying, to take up that time. So
Yeah.
let me be angry that she pulled up with this OnlyFans sticker on the back of her. How dare she? And I'm gonna go home and eat me a peanut butter jelly sandwich and sit down and watch my stories. And I'm so mad at that. But it didn't really affect them mentally. They just got to it mentally. So I'll let that
Yeah.
stuff.
I mean, it's definitely first world problems, and I think that's the. I think I saw an article on that. That's like the byproduct of when things are going well and you're in a peaceful time. Then people have time to complain about like trivial items. But when we're at war, like with other nations and stuff like that, the focus and the attention, the media, everything or whatever is going towards that, like a real war, not like what I'm saying, what we've been in the last few years, but like back in the day, like World War II, that type stuff. I think uh, the interest of people change because they're like, you know what, we have to make sure we produce enough. We got to be protected. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not
Yeah.
worried about the trivial gender wars that we have going on right now with men and women, you know what I'm saying, battling, or you know what I'm saying, all these different like masculine, feminine, like all that type of conversation. Like, we didn't have time for that type of conversation before. I don't think that was like prevalent. Obviously, the internet kind of amplifies everything, so maybe it was
Yeah.
like a smaller conversation, but you know what I'm
Probably
saying?
was, but you know, the internet came in and lit everything on fire. So, like I said, you get to
Yeah.
see everything so quick, so fast now. Everybody got an opinion on stuff, and then you get to share your opinion, just like we doing right now. Shoot, this is just us, two other people with some opinions. It's just now people get to hear our opinions, and you get to share it amongst a mass quantity of people. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Before you had these conversations in the barbershop, and this probably stayed in that barbershop and probably in the neighborhood and whoever you knew in your little circle, or if you were in the school, and that's it. And now
Man,
it's everywhere. Quick.
the barbershop, boy, the barbershop was always like church for me, man. You know what I'm saying? You go in the barbershop, you learn so much. I was in there with my uncle, just growing up, hearing the different conversations and stuff like that. It definitely shaped me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't have a father figure in my life. So seeing those different conversations amongst the guys and stuff like that, it was like, man, that's dope. You know what I mean? Like, I know you and
I
I
was
talked about that previously, but
My barbershop wasn't like no church, but I learned some things.
yeah, you know what? Church is a little far. I would say
Yeah,
fellowship. I would say
yeah,
fellowship.
I learned some things. I learned some things. You get to the barbershop, yeah, but no, it's still like that. Going to the barbershop, having that barbershop talk while I was in there. It's a bunch of guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you come in there, you got some guys who just gonna be they partake into the conversation here and there. You got the loud
Mhm.
ones who got to jump into everything. What y'all ain't see about you crazy? You ain't-" Everybody arguing, giving their opinion. Don't get to talking about sports because that thing gonna go all day long.
Oh yeah, that's a whole different topic when you get into that. I already know, man. The goat conversation, it's like that's a never ending conversation. And it's like
I,
everybody tries to argue their points, and I'm like, bro, like
it's
just appreciate
pointless.
what we have. You know what I'm saying? Just appreciate
I
what we have now. That's
When
it.
they get to talking about this LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant's conversation, I stay out of that conversation. I
Hmm.
know who I like, who I
Yep.
deem as the best or second
Hmm.
best, and then whoever you are. So whoever you like, ain't no way I'm gonna change your. There's nothing I can say that's gonna make you change and say, you know what? Yeah, Kobe is better than LeBron. Or you say, or you say to me something about LeBron, I'd be like, damn, you're right. He is the better than. No, if I like Kobe
Yeah.
and I think that he's better than LeBron, and you say you like LeBron and you think he better than Kobe, the conversation stop right there. There's nothing for us to talk about no more. You
It's
have
nothing
your
else.
belief, I have mine. Keep it like that
It's,
because we not gonna
it's
change each other's mind.
yeah, that's never gonna happen. Like for me, I grew up watching Kobe, so Kobe's my favorite player, and that's my favorite player. I'm not saying he's the greatest player of all time. I'm not even in that conversation, but Kobe's my favorite player. You know what I
Right.
mean? Just watching him, I always admire his tenacity, his mentality, and you see it. You know what I'm saying? Day in and day out, the way he worked, it was like a no excuses type mentality, and I feel like we all can adopt that same approach when it comes to just our life, that black mama mentality. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Kobe. But that's like always been that guy for me. But at the same time, I really respect what LeBron has done. Like I don't have like oh, this person is better than this person, so this person's trash. Like I never understood that
I
type of
mess with him off
ideology.
the court.
Who, LeBron?
Yeah, yeah. I like him off
Yeah,
the court. I don't like him on the
yeah.
court.
And we can get into that. We can talk about that. But it's just like one of the things where I'm like, I don't feel like if you like somebody, the other side has to be trash. And I think that's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
always
yeah,
the approach
yeah.
of most people. They're like, oh, this person's trash because I like this person. Or even if we go to different ideologies, like, oh, I am a Christian or I am a Muslim, so now automatically I hate the other side of it. And I'm like, bro, like it's if you're able to be open and have those type of conversations, you'll
You
get
all
a
right?
lot further in life. Yeah, I'm good. I sound like I
Hey, dude,
sound like I was about to get taken out, boy. Shoot.
you over there smoking?
Nah, I don't do that. I definitely don't
Come
do that.
on over here to the good side, brother. You know
I'm
what I'm
good on that,
saying?
bro.
I'm trying to
I'm good
tell
on.
you. Hey,
I'm good on that, bro.
it's
You can have it.
one day, bro. You'll just, you know what I'm saying, let loose. It ain't gonna kill you. Trust me, ain't gonna
I'm
kill
good,
you.
bro. I am good, man. I'm good. I ain't drink alcohol
I
until I
don't
was
drink.
27 years old.
I don't drink though. You drink?
Yeah, occasionally, not even like a lot. I'm more of a wine drinker every
Hold
now and
on,
then.
wait. So you a drink, but you won't smoke no marijuana?
Absolutely. There's a distinct difference between those two, bro. Like if you really think about it, I can have like a small glass of wine and I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just like it's like a taste is cool.
Alcohol,
Weed,
alcohol. You drink alcohol.
no, I mean wine you talking about, right?
No,
Which
I ain't
is it
talking about
has
no wine, man. Alcohol.
oh yeah,
Vodka,
nah,
hen,
nah. I don't really drink alcohol like
cognac.
that. Nah, I really don't drink alcohol like that. It's very rare that that'll
Like,
happen.
yeah. See, I don't drink none of that stuff, but that's poison.
Yeah, I drink
So
wine, bro. Like I like wine. My wife put me on actually. She put me
yeah,
on the
no,
wine and like gave me a different palate, and I was like, bro, this junk is good. Like you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Especially when
no,
you get that
wine is
acquired
straight.
taste.
Yeah, wine is
But
straight.
but weed is different, bro. Like people that do stuff like that, that's especially people who are just starting out or whatever the case is. It affects you differently. You can't like some people can't control their like it completely changes.
No,
Whereas
it
wine,
don't.
you still can control everything, bro.
No,
I ain't never
no.
did it, but I'm saying like people who I've talked to, they've said that it like changes everything for them, bro. Even people who do like the gummies. I don't know if you ever did like the gummies, but that
No, that's a edible. Those are two different things. Now you don't just go in and start eating no edible. That's that stuff going to your bloodstream. It's a whole body high. You know what I mean? Yeah,
yeah.
that's gonna be something totally different. But you smoking some marijuana, but you have to know what type of strand. You have to know it's really only three. It's they got different strains which they mix together and all this other stuff. But there's only
Hmm.
three types of weed. You have sativa, which is a upper. Sativa is stuff something that you can smoke and still be active.
Hmm.
They say for some people it gives them energy, all this other stuff. Then you have a indica. An indica is something that's like a downer, so it's gonna mellow you all the way out. You
Hmm.
may be just stuck for a little minute, just chilling, just like, yeah, what's up? Just vibing. And then you
Yeah.
got your hybrid, which is a mixture of the two, sativa and indica. So you'll get a kick of the upper where you kind of function and run around and all this other stuff. And then it may hit and now you got a downer. Or it may be vice versa. It may be downer at first and then you got a spur of energy afterwards. But it's really just knowing. But I'm telling you, you smoke one. Y'all do that one
I'm
day, bro.
good, bro.
I'm
I am
telling you,
good. I'm telling you, my wife is super
y'all.
good. That's for sure.
I
We,
well,
hey, bro, we be in the Bible, bro. We be in church. That's all we be on, man. That's all. That's the high we need right there.
it came
I get my
from the
Bible out
earth.
right here.
It
I am
came from
good.
the. It came. I got my Bible too, and I smoke
I
and
know
I
you do.
talk
I
to
know you
God.
do. I know you do, bro. But I'm just saying that's all we need, bro. That's all.
Look,
I'm good.
I got my
Yeah.
Bible right here. And then I smoke and I talk to God. You can't get no higher than that.
We good, bro. We good, man. But nah, man, like just seeing the different aspects of this crazy stuff going on in the world, man. I know we were talking about the other day, but have you seen like all the airlines and stuff like that? There's been like random stuff crashing, and then I think one of them the engine blew out on one of them or something like that, and then another one had to turn
Recently,
around. Yeah, recently this year or whatever, it's been like a couple that's been going crazy
I've
with
been
just the
seeing like
airlines.
stuff here and there. You know what I mean? But it don't equate to the amount of people that get into a car crash every damn day. It
That's
says
true.
over 19,000 car accidents in a day and over like 1,300 deaths per day in the United
Mhm.
States from driving cars. I'm more safer up there.
Yeah.
I'm
And
a
that's
little
the
more
crazy
safer up
thing,
there.
bro, because people do have that fear of that. But I'm like, man, they'll get in the car and drive every day.
Every day,
No
but you
fear
don't
at
hear
all.
about you don't hear about planes crashing every day. That's why when you do hear something about a plane, it's news because it's rare.
Yeah.
It's rare that the engine fails. It's rare that they have a rough landing. It's rare that now are you gonna have turbulence and stuff like that? Yeah, you know what I mean. That's a part of it, flying. But
Hmm.
I'm a type of person. I know my fiance like that. She be on that plane and she be uptight,
I'll be
holding on
chilling,
to
bro.
everything. Man, as soon as I get on the plane, I go to sleep. As
Yeah.
soon as I get on the plane, as soon as I
I sleep
once
good too.
man, so, as soon as that plane, you feel that little bump when you finally hit the air and you going up.
Hmm.
Yep, I lean that seat back. I put that put the blinders over my face and put that pillow around my neck, and I'm going to sleep. Don't talk to
you,
me. Don't say nothing. I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm going to sleep.
you don't never had that passenger in the side. You never had no crazy story where somebody tried to talk to you on the way there and you met
Yeah.
somebody cool or something like that. What happened?
No, I tell them, hey, look, I'm about to go to sleep. So if you up when I wake up, we still in the air. I got you.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm going to sleep. So I get my sleep in or whatever. I have my headphones on. I got my music playing or whatever. Usually I like to listen to some different podcasts, or I
Right.
got like some different motivational um albums or whatever you want to call them in my Apple playlist, right? So it's
Yeah.
like a person talking in your ear the whole entire time. Like you're gonna be successful. You're gonna be it's affirmation stuff. So
Yeah.
I'll be
Yeah.
listening to that while I'm asleep. But yeah, I don't be. I met one person who was cool. We talked for a minute, but that's the thing. When does the talking stop? Because they think it's just all day thing. So you gotta put some type of period and be like, all right, now we have no
That's enough.
conversation. Yeah, I want to either look watch this thing on my phone, read my book,
Hmm.
or go to sleep. Usually,
Yeah.
I like to get some rest in real quick while I'm on the plane, because it's that plane stuff, man. I don't care where you going. Once you get there, you tired.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You gotta kick back at that point.
Yeah.
That's
So
it.
nah, I ain't had no really crazy stories. I had one crazy. This wasn't nobody who was talking, but it
Hmm.
was really bad turbulence one time.
Okay.
Right?
What happened?
We was we was going to L.A. We had a layover in Denver,
Hmm.
and we flew out from Denver to LA. Somewhere in the middle, we had this is the worst turbulence I ever been on. So
This made
the
you clench up.
now it made me clench. I actually laughed, but I'll explain the story. So the
Okay.
plane flying, right? Plane's flying like this. We hitting
Mhm.
turbulence or whatever. They telling everybody, hey, put seatbelts on. They telling the stewardess to get to their seats because we're gonna go through a little rough patch for a quick minute. So we going through this turbulence, right? And we hit like an air pocket and we hit it, boom, and the plane turned sideways, bro, like this. So all the
Woo.
stuff in the cabins at the top start to come down. So
Sheesh.
my homeboy at the time, he was sitting next to me, and there was a guy who was Muslim who was sitting behind us. And my
Mhm.
homeboy, he grabbed the seat in front of him. He said, "Oh my God." And then the guy behind us, the Muslim guy, he said, "Oh, you believe in God now?" And I just bust out laughing, bro. It was the wrong time to laugh, but I just couldn't hold hold that one in. So in my head though, when it bounced and it turned sideways like that, and all the stuff started coming out, in that quick second, I just like, all right, I guess this is it. This is how it's gonna go. This is how I'm gonna go out. Okay,
Yeah.
let's get it over with. That's how I was thinking. Like this is it.
Yeah.
But
You
me
accepted
and
it.
man, listen, death gonna happen, bro. Only thing
Yeah.
I don't want with death, don't torture me. Just kill me, man.
Yeah.
Get out the way.
Yeah. None of that nonsense where it's like I'm just drowning for 15 minutes or something like that. Like that's
Just get it
I think
out
that's
the
the worst
way.
way to go. What you think? The
I
drowning?
don't know. Who knows what's the worst way to go? Who knows what's the best way to go?
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just get it out the way.
As fast as possible.
Yeah, just get over it. That's me. I don't want to be like when I watch the movies and they be having a person hostage and they tied up in the chair and they beating them and they pulling their ear and cutting it. Man, I'm
Oh
the
yeah.
yeah. If I'm in one of those situations, they probably gonna kill me quick because I ain't
Hmm.
gonna stop. I'm gonna say some shit, some more as much as I can to get underneath your skin, like so you can get me up out of here.
Yeah. Go ahead and end that. I just
Yeah,
saw this movie called Beekeeper or whatever. It's out in theaters right now. It's with Jason
Beekeeper.
Beekeeper.
What's that
Beekeeper.
about?
So it's with Jason. And forgive me, I'm gonna mispronounce his name, but Jason Statham or something like that. It's like the British actor. Essentially, it's a movie about a secret agency or whatever. He comes out and and the premise of it is good. So basically, the mother she got scammed out of a bunch of money, basically like a phishing scam. So she calls in and is like, "Hey, I'm having a problem with my computer," and they're like, "Oh, let me take over your computer. I can help you." And then they scam her out of like everything that she has. She ends up killing herself. It's paid by Felicia Rashad, right?
Mm.
And then that happens. So once that happens, the beekeeper, who is like her friend essentially, gets angry. He goes and kills everyone.
What
Like
is a
pretty much
beekeeper
everyone.
though?
So the beekeeper is essentially just the name that they give the person that's in the special agency. So a beekeeper is just like the agency. That's what it's called essentially. So that's like a code name. It basically is supposed to protect everything, and it never
Oh,
stops. So that's like just their agency name. But it's dope, bro. Like the movie was dope. But the reason why I bring that up is because the way that like, he tortured some people. Like one dude, he cut off his fingers. Right after his fingers were cut off already, then he ties them up to a car and then has the car go off of the bridge, like a whole truck go off the bridge. So you just had to be tied up screaming. That's what he was doing, just screaming, waiting for the truck to go off the bridge. And then the bridge hits. I mean, then the truck goes off the bridge, and then you just waiting to get drowned, essentially, because you're going into the water with that. That's like
mm.
terrible. Like just how long that was. But the Beekeeper movie was good though. I definitely recommend people check it out if you like action movies.
Where
It
was
was
that?
dope.
Where you saw that?
AMC
Oh,
theater.
you went to the theater. I ain't been to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
theater
yeah.
in a minute.
Bro, I always tell people, man, that's like one of my favorite pastimes. Going to the theater, like the $5 movies.
I used to do
Uh
that on Tuesdays. Go to
yeah, we still do that.
AMC.
It's
Oh
still the
yeah.
same thing. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it's
still the
still the
same thing.
$5.
$5 Tuesday. It don't even change, bro. So
Yeah,
we do
yeah.
that
I
all
used
the
to
time,
go in
bro.
there and movie hop though. I would pay $5 and I see 9 movies. Be in there all day.
Hey, I'm sure, bro. I'm sure they don't be checking like that. They don't be caring. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's still the same. But back to the airline joint, man. It was an article that just came out. Basically, it says an intoxicated airline passenger was restrained by 6 people after being aggressive towards his companion and the crew on a transatlantic flight. So I guess he was, I guess crazy towards a couple people. What happened? Let me see. So a
You said
transatlantic,
towards his companion.
yeah, towards his companion, it says, and then it says towards the staff too, essentially. So it says that an airline said the man was acting erratically and aggressively, appeared intoxicated. The JetBlue passenger caused chaos on board after he was restrained by 6 people. So it took 6 people to restrain this man. Like that's why I was asking you about if you ever seen like a crazy story or anything that happened crazy on the plane. Because I'm like, bro, like I can't imagine somebody just starts acting crazy on the plane that you're on. You know what I'm saying? Like, and 6 people have to restrain him.
Only thing I see happen crazy on the plane is when they soon as the plane land, they jump they stupid ass up like they finna get off the plane. We ain't even
Yeah,
they get to the gate yet. Sit down.
yeah. Take
They
your time.
just yeah, they just be getting up walking in the aisle. But as far as them restraining somebody, I ain't never seen that. But him getting into it with his partner, his companion, I don't know if that's a male or female, whoever that is. See, that's where things go array. You can't get into other people's business. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I get over here trying to be Captain Saberho. Y'all gonna go back. Y'all after y'all get out this flight, y'all still together. I could mess
Mm-hmm.
around, lose my life trying to go over here and tell you what to do and what not to do with your companion. Do as you please. They got nothing to do with me. Just don't spit on me. Don't come my way. Just stay over there. You know what I mean?
I saw an
But
interview with Idris Alba. He said that he tried to get in between a wife and their husband or something. They was arguing, and he realized, he was like, "Bro, I'm human, bro. Like these people, he was about to kill him."
Yeah,
Like,
you don't do
this
that,
not the
bro.
movies, bro. This
Yeah,
not the
you
movies.
you stay out of that. I stay out of that stuff. That ain't got nothing to do with me because you'll mess around, lose your life, and they'll still be communicating with one another. Or
Mm-hmm.
you mess around and be in jail and they still together. And nah, bro. Mm-mm.
That's not the move right there, man. But I
At
don't know,
all.
man. That junk is crazy, man. I am excited about us doing these podcasts together and stuff like that. The rundown podcast, obviously. How do you feel about the podcast era as a whole? You know, obviously a lot of people are doing podcasts now. A lot of people have opinions, which is great. You know what I'm saying? But how do you feel about it as a whole?
It's the new TV.
Mm,
Yeah, it's the new TV. You want to come on here? I don't watch TV like that. So most of the stuff I am watching is some type of documentary that's on
mhm.
Netflix and some type of podcast.
You make documentaries, don't you?
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
documentaries. I'm a documentary buff, so I like I'll watch a documentary on anything. I watched a documentary recently on like lizards or something like that. It was if man,
Give me three
anything,
facts
bro.
about lizards. This is gonna be a great short clip. Three
I
facts
gotta
about
go.
lizards.
I gotta go back and look, but I know they're nocturnal creatures. I know they can grow their limbs back.
Mhm.
Like, if you cut the tail off, it grow right back. I used to catch lizards when I was younger. Like,
Mhm.
I would take the tall weed that was in the grass. I don't know if you remember those tall little weeds you could pull out the grass.
Yeah.
We would make like a noose damn near at the
Mm.
end of it, right?
Yeah.
And we would wait till we get close to a lizard and then just put it right around the neck of the lizard and yank it. Boom. And now we got the lizard caught. And now I walk the lizard like it's a dog.
Boy,
I was a
kids, man.
I was a terror at it when I was a kid. But yeah, I love documentaries. And the podcasting space
Mhm.
is a dope space because you have so many people who are giving information, who are sharing their stories, who are sharing their ideas, sharing their opinions. And it's a lot of people that you may agree with, a lot of people that you may disagree with. Um, but yeah, it's the new TV. So I treat it just like that. Um, I don't watch Lifetime. You know what I mean? So if I see somebody a podcast is like a Lifetime thing, scroll past that one, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
I click on the stuff that I like. And it's just like TV. You just clicking on the things that you like. You turn when we cable was a thing, you had all the channel listings or whatever, and you click on
Mhm.
the ones that you like. You may scroll past all these just to get the BET. Scroll
Yeah.
past all this stuff just to get the VH1. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So that's how I see the podcasting space. I think if you have something to talk about, which we all do, or something to share, which we all do, or some type of gems to drop, which we all do, some type of incidents or stuff that you went through and surpassed, which we all have, why not talk about it? Why not build some type of
Exactly.
audience around it and
It,
get paid for it?
all at the same time. And it's like, that's why I posted the other day. I was like, name five things that you feel like you could talk about 30 minutes straight unprepared. And different people were saying different things. Some people were like finance, fitness. Somebody was like something about being an oracle. I don't even know what that means, but I guess if you could talk about it for 30 minutes straight, that's what's up. You know what I'm
Oracle.
saying? Yeah. I'm not even sure what they meant by that, to be honest with you. Like,
That
I'm
sound
not hip
like
with all like the woke terminology and all that. Like, I don't know.
that sound like what's that movie, man? What's the
What, the
movie?
Matrix?
Yeah, The Matrix.
That's
There
what
you go.
that's what it sounded like to me too. I was like, what?
Yeah, the
It's
Oracle,
like
The
how
Matrix.
how you get some comments, bro. You just be scrolling. That was one of the things I was just like, I don't know what they talk about. We're just gonna keep scrolling on that, keep it moving because some things are wild. But at the end of the day, it's like just having the ability to talk about something that you're passionate about. You know what I'm saying? Like we just talked about lizards. I remember when I used to catch crickets as a kid, put them in jars and stuff like that. Try to pull off the little legs and see if they'll still like hop around without the legs. Like I was experimenting as a kid, and I
Yeah,
feel like some people they get away from that as they get older. They don't critically think like they used to. Like everything we do is like second nature. It's not like we're critically thinking a lot of times. So when you're driving, it's like that's second nature for most people. And then when you're doing your work tasks, it's second nature. But like critical thinking, that's a skill, man. And I don't think people understand how much of a skill that is and how you got to exercise that muscle every single day. that way you can grow it. So if you do encounter a problem, you know, like, all right, how do I fix this problem? Let me think through this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you're right about that. Having those critical skills. But yeah, man, podcasting spaces is a dope space. I think everybody should get, try it.
Absolutely.
It's and there's different ways too. You don't have to be on camera because some people just they don't want to be on camera. Cool, I understand.
Yeah.
Maybe
You
you
just get a
do
mic, you do the
audio.
audio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Audio or blog or something like that. Put that
But
stuff
you're just
out.
getting, and there's an audience for everything too. At the end of the day, like whatever we're talking about, there's gonna be an audience for it. There's gonna be people who agree and people who disagree. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You got to take
it's
both.
literally an audience for everything. You
Hmm.
might just be a person you might just be a broccoli lover, and you'll be
Yep.
amazed at how many people out there be like, "Ooh, I love broccoli too.
Yep.
You know how to make broccoli casserole?"
Yep. When I saw like the cat lovers and like how crazy that went, I was like,
Man,
bro,
let me
like
tell
people
you
really love
something.
cats like that.
This is it's a it- The stuff that you see online that people watch is crazy. There's a thing on TikTok where they watch other people sleep.
Oh, that's
Literally,
crazy.
the people set up a camera and they sleep. Now they sleep. They in the bed knocked out, and
Are
it's
they
a
getting
bunch
paid
of
for this?
yeah. They getting paid too. They getting paid to sleep. But here's a kicker: it's people commenting to this person who sleep. Well, really, they talking to each other at this point. All the people who comment are making comments back and forth to one another, like, "Oh, he looked like he snore. It stinks in there, or this." And they comment. They just going, 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 and they will keep going while this person sleeps. They turn over and all this other stuff. I like this is crazy. It's so much stuff on there. I saw this one girl on TikTok. This all she was doing. She had a mic and it was this close to her face. It was like this, and she was
Yeah.
talking on it. She was like, "Yes, can you hear me?" Making noise and like, oh, the flutters. I was like, "What the fuck?" There's a bunch of
People be
people
out here
doing it.
wild.
Yes, it's all type of stuff, bro. It's all
Yeah,
type
that's
of stuff.
crazy.
If
So
you can watch,
there's an
if
audience for anything.
you could watch somebody else play the game. I don't understand that. Like, I'm not about to
Yeah.
watch somebody else playing the game that I could go play. I'm watching you play the game. I don't
Yeah.
understand that. But it's not for me to understand. It ain't
Hmm.
for me to understand. It's for those
There's an
people who
audience
like
for
it.
it.
Yeah, that
Hmm.
understand it. So that's what I mean. This is like TV. That to me is the fishing channel. I ain't watching the fishing channel. So I'm
Yeah.
finna go scroll past the fishing channel.
You would go
And
outside and fish.
yeah, let me go fish. I'm not about to watch you play this damn game. No.
It's just crazy, bro. I don't know if you saw this, but Meta announced that they're gonna do their first ever dividend, and their shares went crazy. So I don't know if you've been on that. What's your thoughts on just investing and stocks in general?
Yeah, man, definitely. I think that we should all buy stocks in all the products that we currently have. So if you have an iPhone, you have Apple, buy you some stocks in Apple. If you
Hmm.
got if you what else? You got Mac, anything that if you Starbucks, the places that you go to all the time and all this other stuff, buy some stocks in that stuff. You ain't got to be no day trader and all this other stuff because that's a skill within itself, and it's really
Yeah,
gambling. It's just gambling. You gambling. Don't
yeah,
nobody really know
it's
what them charts could go all type of ways. But
definitely, yeah.
I think yeah,
I,
investing wise, yeah. Mhm.
I think that's the best conventional wisdom that you can give someone. If they can invest in things that they know about, that's the best thing you could do. So even if you're like, if you're not looking at it as I'm buying a stock, if you just simplify it and say, okay, a friend has a business or whatever, and I'm invested into that business. Do I understand what the business does? Do I understand how the business makes money? Just simplify it up to that form. So if you say, okay, Nike, they sell shoes, they sell clothes. I understand that people go and buy that. I see the lines. They drop the same Jordans every single year. People keep buying them. Okay, this
Yeah.
is just one line of Nike. I can probably invest in Nike. You know what I mean? Like I can do that. I know about Nike or Apple or Meta. And then dividends is just incredible. I mean, you're gonna get more off of dividends as you'll get, saving the money or just sitting it in the bank. I always think long term is better when it comes to investing because a lot of people they always trying to like we talked about on the last podcast, people are trying to just get quick flips. And I'm like, no, if you literally invest over a long period of time, you'll see those returns.
Yeah, it's like $11.70 to buy one share for Ford. Ford
Hmm.
the manufacturing company for the cars. Like you could get you a couple shares in Ford, and you know what I mean. It's that season, tax season, so people gonna
Hmm.
be buying cars and all the other stuff. They stocks getting to going up, and you sit just like they had that GameStop. You see that movie on It's called Dumb Money on
Yeah, I watched some
Netflix.
of it. I watched some of it on Netflix or whatever.
Boy,
I ended up getting bored, but usually I don't get bored when it comes to movies like that. But I don't know if it was a time period, but I watched some of it. I guess because I already knew what the story was, so I knew how it went, and I was just like, all right, I get the gist, and I turned it off. But it was a good movie though, like from what I've seen.
but just something like that. People got into GameStop stocks, you
Mhm.
know what I mean, and made a killing. Some people lost a lot, some people made a lot. But little stuff like that, knowing just understanding the stock, you don't have to understand it to the point where you know expert. It's just buying. I think you should buy into the stocks for the products that you already currently invest into. Like you said,
Mhm.
Nike. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So it's little stuff like that. Yeah, get you some stocks, guys.
Yeah, man. Go ahead and invest in some stocks. Look at stuff that's going to pay you dividends. Look at the S&P 500.
Yeah,
Just
that's
different things
another
like
one.
that.
Yeah.
Just because you know you're going to be good. How do you feel about the crypto space though? You saw FTX, the hack conspiracy and all that kind of stuff. Sam got arrested and just all that random stuff that's going
Who
on in
got
the crypto
arrested?
market. Sam Fried, he was like the CEO of um, dang, what's the name of the brokerage? It was hold on, let me get it. Let me get the
What
name
did
of
he
it. I don't
got
want to butcher
arrested
this.
for?
For fraud. Hold on, let me
What
get
he
it.
did?
I'm about to tell you in 1 second. I'm about to break it down. But
That crypto
hold on.
space, something else, man. You can't really
So he had been charged with 7 counts of fraud and money laundering. He had pleaded not guilty to all charges. He was nicknamed the Crypto King, and it says he was arrested last year after his firm FTX went bankrupt. And I guess he had everything in the Bahamas. Like he was trying to like keep all of his money and everything going on in the Bahamas. And his mom is like a lawyer. I think she's like a tax attorney lawyer or something like that. And his dad is like a
what's enough
professor.
what's enough money, bro? Like what's enough money for you?
Enough money. Um, I think for me, that's a great question. I always said I want to at least make 100,000 a month, but then my whole thing was I wanted to be able to bless other people. So if I'm not at the level where I'm at to bless another enough people or whatever, I don't feel like I'm doing enough in life. Because I feel like if you're not fulfilling your own purposes, then you're not doing God's work at the end of the day. So in my purpose, I feel like I will have like millions and billions of dollars. To be honest with you, and you know what I'm saying. Sometimes people are like, man, what the heck? Like you need all that money, blah blah. And it's like it's not for me. It's for everyone else. It's for everyone else I'm gonna bless, and everyone else I'm gonna put on. Me myself, I don't feel like I need that much, but for everyone else, it's like that's kind of where it's at. What about you?
That was his problem though. See,
Oh yeah, his problem was greed.
greed, greed is what got him in trouble to
Yeah.
do fraud, all this other stuff. At what point do you say, hey, you know what? I got enough money. And I could
Mm-hmm.
take this money, I could do some other things, and I could help some people. That's what it's really about. You know what I mean? To
Yeah.
be in a position to help others make some money too,
Mm-hmm.
or get out of their
Exactly.
position, get into a better position. But um, what's enough money? We don't know because they're gonna keep inflation. Don't know.
They're gonna keep changing it.
Yeah, yeah, you don't know. I mean, the dollar was a dollar uh some years ago. It ain't really a dollar no more.
Yeah,
So
man. What was the cheapest that you remember like bubblegum being like growing up? Or no, you know what? Let's do gas. What's the cheapest you seen gas?
89 cent.
89 cents?
Yeah, I used to walk past it every day going to high school. 89 cents a gallon. And then it went to 99 cents a gallon when I got a car. When I started driving, it was the most it got to was like 99 cents a gallon. I remember I had a little Honda. Man, I put $5 in there, fill that whole thing up.
You were good to go.
Oh yeah, that was good to go down to fill that thing up. Um, yeah, 99 cent. was 99 cents a gallon. Gum, we talking like a penny. You know, you had the what you call it, the candy lady in the hood and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? You go
Yeah.
over there and get your a dollar, get you a whole bunch of candy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That
A
was good,
dollar
man. You
get
used to
you,
go in there and like stack up. Like, oh,
yeah,
this
you
is
stack,
5 cent here. The now
yeah,
later little candies and
yeah.
all that,
Dollar get
bro.
you the sandwich bag full of candy for
Yep.
a dollar.
That was the move. And then you also get the little I don't know if your lady did this. I'm sure she did though. The little Kool-Aid thing, and they used to make the little ice cream with it, the little cups.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The cups,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that was when it was. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The dollar was worth more.
Yeah. It was
So
worth a lot more.
you ain't need a whole bunch then. Now you need a whole bunch more because everything keep going up. So I don't know
Hmm.
what's enough money. I guess until you have money invested into other things that's making you more money, you got your money working for you. But yeah, that was those are the times when it was like, yeah, man, you go in there with a dollar and rack up. Don't go in there. If I had $5, I went to the candy lady to rack up, so I come
Hmm.
back out here and resell.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. You want to re-up then?
Yeah, I
I
was
know when
reselling.
in middle school, a lot of people used to do that. They used to get like the Sam's Club thing, whatever, with all the candy bars, and then
Yeah,
go and
get the
just
candy bars. Yeah,
yep.
resell those. Man, I did it all. I made comic books and everything.
Man, I had a cousin who used to his profit was infinity because he would steal the stuff. I was like, well, wait a second. So you stealing the stuff and selling it? I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, I
I
ain't
can't
never
be
still.
around that.
I ain't
That's
still nothing to
crazy.
sell it. I would go buy it and
Hmm.
resell it at a higher price.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I'm
If I know
like,
you in school, the candy lady ain't around us. You ain't gonna see her till later. You ain't gonna see her till, but I got the can. Hey, I got it on me right now. It's right here. What you
what,
waiting on?
what you waiting on? Like,
Yeah, that was the buy and resell game. That was the flip right there. I was wholesaling.
yeah. So I looked on here, bro, and what we was talking about earlier, um, with just what I'm saying, a podcast space, and obviously, what I'm saying, you do Turo, you mentioned that. You have a couple different businesses and a couple different things you do. How do you balance that? Like, what I'm saying, with your work life balance and with your fiance and everything like that. How are you balancing everything?
Definitely put a schedule together. So try to just be on schedule with everything. That's waking up early. That's being disciplined, really. Waking up early, not staying up hella late, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning and all that other stuff.
You up at like what, like 5 a.m. every day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Try to go to sleep at decent time. Um, you know, try to go to sleep around like 10. Um, that all
Yeah.
depends right now because we got a toddler. But
Yeah.
still, yeah, it's really just being disciplined. That's it. It's like, okay, I'm a lot of my time here, I'm doing that, and then systems too. So it's not like I have to run everything myself, you know what I mean? Creating
Mhm.
different it took me a while to even get to a point to automate Turo. So I figured out how to automate that. So everything in what in any business, my first thing is to get the business going. I need to do all the work, the inner working, so I can see how this stuff is going. Then I can delegate and then I can automate. And once I
Mhm.
delegate, once I give other people stuff to do and then I automate it, then I'm working on the business and not really working in the business. So then it gives you time to do stuff. So
Yeah, but
that's
there's
and
a
then
building
just
phase,
oh
between
yeah.
that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a building phase. It's just being disciplined to that building phase and understanding like it's gonna take some time.
Yeah. Do you communicate during that building phase where you may not have as much time when you're not outside of the business and you're inside of the business?
Yeah, like, hey, listen, this is what I'm focused on right now. So, may not, and then that's another thing with women, man. You got to put your foot down and be firm. Like, listen, we ain't going on these dates and stuff. Like, I'm focused on this right now. These ain't going nowhere. Now, if you really understand that and what I'm trying to build, ride with me. If you
Hmm.
don't understand that, I need you to go back to the drawing board and see what we're trying to do here because
Hmm.
this is the avenue that I'm going down. Because women will try to throw you off and they'll say they need, but we haven't went out in 2 months. Okay, you ain't die. Everything's all right.
So that's the advice you give to the young cats. Like the cats is like 20 years old, they coming into their own or whatever the
That's
case
to
may be.
anybody. That's to any
Yeah,
man. You better understand your purpose come first.
yeah,
Your purpose come first. My purpose comes before anything. Without purpose, I can't provide, I can't do anything. So I can't just be fully focused on what you got going on. My purpose comes first, and everything else falls underneath that. If you
Mm-hmm.
understand that, we are in agreement. If you don't understand that, we got to go back to the drawing board. You know me, get some
Yeah.
understanding because they'll throw you off and have you on their time and they schedule. And like like I heard you say that the other day. Y'all had date night or date day or whatever. When y'all had date day, y'all all day.
Oh yeah, we all day, bro. Because I did it like that because it's easy because it's like, all right, no matter what, we're gonna do something throughout this day. It may be at the night, it may be in the midday, it may be in the morning, but at some point we're gonna have like a date time or whatever. I like to set aside. I like to be specific with the time that we set apart in our
No,
marriage. That way, like I'm more intentional when it comes to that kind of stuff because that kind
I
of stuff
feel
can
you.
fall by the wayside if you're not intentional about it. And you should always be dating even when you're married. So that's one of the things that's important to me.
No, I believe in that. Mine is a little different. It's like I don't need all day. We could go kick it for an hour and do what we do. You know what I'm
Oh yeah,
saying? Have
yeah,
a
yeah. It's the
brunch
same.
or lunch or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that. And then
It's the same thing.
I gotta get back to it. I gotta get back to it. I see you when I get home. All right, love you. All right, bye bye.
Yeah. No, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. I do that too, but it's more so just that communication piece. And I know for me at night, bro, like I'm done. Like I go from 5:30 to like maybe 6 or 7 or whatever. That's like the latest I'm working on anything. And after that, it's like nah, bro. I'm good. I'm sleep by like 10:30 every day. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? At the latest, and I'm up again at 5:30. So that's like my schedule. I've done that for like the last I don't know 14 years now. 12 years. It's 12 years. I started at 22, so about 12 years. Yeah.
yeah, man. However it works for you is if it's working, you make it work. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Everybody's thing is different in how they work. But
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta do what works for you. That's what I'll say. But still, guys, your purpose come first.
I think that
It
discipline
is
though
what
is
it
the
is.
most important thing that you said though. You know what I'm saying? Like people having discipline, that's going to take them to the next level. That's going to elevate them by having that discipline and having that structure. Discipline will change everything in your life. But I don't think people realize that. Like them being able to delay gratification when it comes to certain things that they may want, or them being able to identify like what distractions are and what's actually feeding them. Like, oh, this is actually feeding me. I'm learning from this. Like documentaries, I'm learning from this. And this is actually distracting me, like, reality TV shows or things of that nature. And it's like, what's actually feeding me? And you can have a balance, don't get me wrong, but you need to at least have self awareness to know what things are doing what so you can achieve your goal and have that discipline. I just think people don't have that. Like you every morning, you don't just wake up in the morning, but you also work out, you also box, you also train. You know what I'm saying? That's the discipline that most people aren't able to even fathom. You know what I'm saying?
They don't understand that. Hold on 1 second, bro.
All
Hold
right,
on.
cool.
All right, my bad.
Now you good, you good, you good. Hey, real quick though, I wanted to touch on this or whatever before we hopped off for today. So AI is like taking over, bro. ChatGPT is crazy, and that's one of the things that I think everyone needs to be aware of, and everyone needs to like gravitate to, whether it's cloud computing, IT, like whatever. What's your thoughts on ChatGPT, and how are you utilizing it currently in your business?
I utilize it for a whole bunch of stuff. If I want to create a post, hey, give me give me something to write about this post real quick. If I need to email, if I need contracts, I done did contracts with for Turo. I done did contracts for joint venture contracts with that, contracts with wholesaling. You could pretty much ask it to do anything. Sometimes if I'm stuck when I'm writing one of my blogs, I ask it for ideas and I go in there revamp the stuff. So I think people should use it. It's out there. Why not? It's
Yeah,
it's the same thing. It's the same thing that when they said email, right? When the email came along and they said, "Hey, you can now send this via email." People was like, "Email? What do you mean it's gonna be sent through the? What do you? So how will I get it?" They didn't understand that. They just knew faxing at the time and all the other stuff. But then they introduced this new thing, which was like the AI of this thing. You can now send this to a person. You can get a lot quicker. It was new to people. Just like when they
Yeah.
brought the computer along, it was new to people. Just like when they brought the internet along, it was so new to people and they took forever to get to it. Well,
Hmm.
it won't now, yeah, AI can help you with a lot, from building websites to building a logo to it can help you build a whole bunch of stuff quick and faster. So if I can get something done quicker and faster, you freeing up time now.
Hmm.
So I
Especially if you
yeah,
understand the nuances of it. And I think a lot of people don't understand the nuances of it. Like even with my web design company, same exact thing. Like I have automation set up to where if they text or they say anything to my team or my staff, AI responds first, and then if the issue or whatever escalates, then my staff picks it up from that point. But it's like a handoff process. It's not a process to where we're just bogged down with all the questions that already can be answered just by AI. But people
yeah,
don't look at it like that. I'm like, you're freeing up yourself time, money, everything. And it's the same thing like what you're mentioning with just the technology and the evolution of it, man. We went from you know what I'm saying, cassettes or 8 tracks, cassettes, CDs, you know what I'm saying, then MP3 players, and then now we just everything streamed on your phone. You know what I'm saying? We have all these
yeah,
streaming
everything.
platforms.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
the music is on my phone. I can skip a track. I don't have to rewind and hold the
You don't have to worry
button.
about scratch CDs.
Yeah. That was the time. Scratch CDs, having a CD in your book, putting
Hmm.
them in alphabetical order. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Vinyls. I forgot about that. Having that, trying to make sure that you specifically got an anti. I still remember vividly walking down the sidewalk with the anti-skip CD player. That was a big
yeah,
machine. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like walking around with an anti-skip, what you call it, and then having my headphones attached to it, and I was listening to Mystical. I remember
Mhm.
that like vividly, and it's like it's just crazy that we came from that. And I was like, I only had 2 tracks. I only listened to those same 2 tracks over and over again. But it's just crazy like how far we've come from that point in time to where now you have what millions of
Yeah.
tracks,
You can create
billions
a
of
whole
tracks.
playlist now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right there. And it's like I think people have to be quicker to adapt to new technology when it comes out, so that way they can leverage it for their own self-interest, whatever that may be, because everybody else is going to do it, and by the time you get to it, a lot of times it's already been like every play you've seen has already been done. So now you got to try to reinvent the wheel of something else. But I'm like, if you kind of gravitate towards it early, you're off to the races,
Yeah, you
bro.
good to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah.
AI, where it's at. Just jump on it, guys. If you don't know about it, check it out. It's so many different tools and there's so many different things it can be used for. You gotta learn how to use it. That's it.
That's it. That's it, bro. That's it, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in, man. This is another good episode. I felt like we were able to hit a bunch of different topics. Make sure you like this video, you subscribe, you check us out at was it TikTok? I think our TikTok is at
Yep.
the
The
Rundown
rundown. I
Podcast.
know it now. I had to post
Oh
all them
yeah,
damn videos.
yeah. What's the Instagram? The same?
Yep, the rundown podcast.
The Rundown Podcast. And then obviously, if you're on YouTube, just make sure you like, subscribe, and you share this with someone else. Comment below and let us know what you like, what you want to see more of, what topics you're interested in us talking about and discussing. And, we'll definitely get to it.
Yep,
Anything else
let's
you want to
get
add?
to it, man. Nah, just follow us on all the social media platforms. We're gonna come and hit y'all with more and more content, building it up. Like I said, give us some stuff you want us to talk about, and we're gonna do the rundown.
Let's get it.
We up out of here.
Peace.